Welcome everyone to our second edition or Christmas edition of the Home Fix Show. My name's Barry.
I'm Nicky, and we have a very, very, very special guest with us today. This is Dawn Allen from the Henry Allen Trust.
Hi guys.
Dawn is joining us today because she is going to be our charity that we're going to be working very closely with next year, which we're very excited about. So that is absolutely fantastic news, and thank you so much for joining us. We really
Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate that.
Thank
Can I just ask, why have I got allocated this hat? By the way?
Well, says it all. No comment.
I'm not bar humbug.
I'm in the middle here, guys. I'm not saying a word.
Yeah, there's a reason.
I'm not saying a word. Right.
How come I automatically get allocated this? I get a bit of a bad rap for Christmas, and I don't think.
You are a bar humbug.
I'm not a bar humbug.
Is he?
Yeah.
I just don't believe that Christmas is Christmas until Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
All the build up
So
before
not in
it.
November.
I
It's
hate
like,
that.
yeah.
There's no way when people.
Do you think it's getting earlier though, guys? It seems to be, doesn't it?
You've got a friend who puts decorations up after Halloween, haven't you?
You're joking.
Yeah, October. Yeah,
October 31st. And as soon as that's
Seriously?
Halloween stuff down,
Christmas up.
Christmas stuff up.
100%.
Wow.
Crazy.
Still uses the old ceiling decorations as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the silver sparkle.
Used to have back in-
ones,
used
the
to have
ones
when we
that
were
come
kids,
out
back
from
in the
light.
70s.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree totally. It's definitely getting earlier and earlier. But, you know, but definitely bar humbug down the other end. So
Well, I'd have to disagree.
Barry the bar
But
humbug.
I think part of the reason, I think since we've started running our own business as well, I think because it's getting to that point, even though it gets a bit quieter in December, it's thinking about that stress of January 2025, making sure the team's diaries really full up and things like that. So trying to focus on Christmas, and then you've got all the shopping to do as well, which...
and starting our second episode of our podcast. Which
How
Exciting. And I'm privileged to be here, guys.
No, it's good. And did you see the first one, Dawn, Mail?
I did.
Did you listen to it or on the audio, or did you then watch it later on YouTube,
I did
or both?
I did
Wow.
both, only because...
Dedication.
Yeah,
Come
only
today.
because I knew. And actually, sometimes you only get like snippets, don't you, on the initial...
But that's it. I think
And then
that's
you wanna
that's the teaser,
listen
to
to
try
the
and get
whole-
everyone to then go and... Because we appreciate it's a lot of time for people to take. Because even when we watched it back, the first episode, we
to
put
be
it on
fair,
our
I
screen.
watched the first episode behind a pillar. Like I watched.
I was
the
going to
whole
say, how
movie.
did you guys
I
feel?
definitely didn't enjoy like watching myself.
It's
on the
quite
camera.
cringy, isn't it?
Our daughter said, "Oh, Mum, will you stop your telephone voice?"
Yeah, she did say it.
I'm going to try not to use my telephone.
Depending on
It's
which...
hard though, isn't it? It's so hard.
Depending on which camera's on me, because I think I'd just got back from holiday like 2 days before. On some shots, I looked like the Tango Man. In other shots, I just looked pale. So
Yeah.
it's like...
I love it.
And I'm looking very pale today because I'm full of cold. Bar humbug. I actually should.
Do you want to swap hats?
Yeah.
You should swap.
Yeah.
Swap.
Misery over here today. But so the first episode was a huge success. We got to 60 in the first 24 hours in the
World Business League
pop
charts.
Yes. So we were really, really proud of that. But the best thing for me was actually all the positivity we got from people that have watched it and looked at it. It is the hardest thing, just sat there in front of a camera and everyone thinks, oh yeah, you know, she talks a lot, she'll be fine. I literally get starstruck in front of the camera.
It's totally different, isn't it? As soon as like the
100%.
camera rolls and you've got the microphone in front
Yeah.
of you, you're like, I don't know who
Yeah.
I am, what's
Yeah.
my name, what am I doing?
My friend, when I went for a beer in the clock tower, and he come up to me with a pen and paper and went, oh, I've seen you all. Like, I was like, oh, shut up. But no, generally,
That's it, I'm going to be flogging them now.
feedback has been good. And I've been getting, whether it's WhatsApps or Facebook messages from people that you haven't spoke to in a while, just saying, keep going, Barry. I love the podcast.
One of the really good things is I ended up meeting up with a very, very good friend of mine that I hadn't seen for years, but she just messaged to say, loving it, really enjoying it, and we ended up going out for dinner. So
That's
yeah,
lovely.
catching up with old friends has been a real good thing out of it as well. I've
You
loved
should be
that.
really proud, guys, of what you achieved.
No,
And
it's-
it takes a lot to put yourself out there as well,
Oh,
so you should be really
absolutely.
proud.
Well, that's the biggest thing. I think the first one was certainly, I haven't felt any kind of nerves today. The only thing that was a bit stressful leading up to it, I know we postponed last week, is just trying to think of content, because you've got to sit here, talk for, I know it gets edited, but to create the content that it needs for it to go out on the reels and the shorts on Facebook each day, and then just trying to find topics and make it interesting. But obviously,
even
good
you guys are
feedback,
just
though, didn't we?
interesting though. Like I found out so much out about you guys. Like like I think that's part of it, isn't it? People getting to know you and what you're all about and your business.
Yeah, and then there's a bit of banter that's thrown in between. So I think it kind of have to.
You two,
Yeah, well, you have to. 'Cause if you're
Never.
working and living in the same office, is sometimes.
That must be really challenging, guys. I must admit, I couldn't work with my husband.
Yes, it is.
We tried and we
We
couldn't.
directed our desks. Well, I've directed my desk, so my back is to him for a reason. Sometimes the wall gets all the grief.
I love it.
If I'm honest, that's news to me that we had an office set out deliberately in that way.
You've learned something new today. Every day
No,
is a school
100%.
day.
I'm in the office. I'm moving my desk in the office tomorrow, and I'm going to join you. I'm just going to sit there and stare at
No,
it.
okay.
With my bar humbug hat on.
You wouldn't want to see my
Then I'll
expression.
put my glasses
You're
on.
winning. You're winning.
And then just annoy you until Christmas.
Oh, great, lovely. Humbug.
That's love, guys. Love right there.
Okay, so what's December been like? It's been quite challenging from a home fix point of view, though, isn't it? Because we started just after our last podcast. We started our biggest job we've ever had in 10 years in a great home in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
And
the team were hit by every type of weather.
They had to work.
You had the storm.
Yeah,
Storm Bert. Then we had
snow,
lots of minus temperatures, snow.
How do you guys cope with that though? Like, how does
It's
the
more
team
about
cope
the
with
team
that?
have to cope with it. I actually went online and ordered them some heated rechargeable gloves, and by the time they arrived,
Sorry, heated rechargeable.
so you charge them
gloves.
up with a USB, so they.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
They don't work though.
no, they turned up right. It's cheap crap on Facebook that I'd seen, and they turned up, and it took about 7 or 10 days to get shipped from wherever
Country.
crappy place they came from, and they weren't rechargeable nor heatable. They were just gloves.
They weren't the best.
And then
to be fair.
I got a bit excited about that. I was like, oh, the events. I was like, wow.
But they've come back to me and said, but no, in fairness, they had to work. Sorry, we're getting cutting across each other, but in horrible conditions, and I couldn't do what they do. And it's sort of appreciating the fact that they have to get up on a scaffold, even when they're touching and moving things. Everything's freezing cold. The roof tiles are freezing cold. Their tools are freezing cold.
Yeah, you don't think about the tools being cold.
No,
no.
You just do the job.
Yeah.
And their hands are just,
And the thing
they've
is,
got to
they
work
can't
with their
wear
hands
big
daily.
coats and hats and gloves and scarves because they've got to physically move around. So it's
I guess
it's
they're
trying to adapt,
restricted, aren't
but
they?
Yeah, they've done a
I
fantastic
have
job.
seen some body warmers. Sorry, that's what I was
They're
gonna say.
heated as well,
They're
yes.
heated.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, the company I got the not so heated gloves from actually have a whole range of heated vests, pants,
won't
and everything,
say
socks. You could have all these, everything. You could have all these
I'd be
wires just running
overheating.
through.
I'd be like, oh.
I'm overheating now with this
I
bloody
am
bar
like,
humbug.
Keep it on.
Oh, I don't know. I
keep it
don't know if
on.
I keep it on for the whole time.
Yes, you do.
But no,
Don't
in
be
terms of
bar
that,
humbug.
big respect to both Mavers and Daki for getting that job done.
100%.
Because I think even in the summer months, that was going to be best part of free working weeks. But with all the
also,
challenges of weather.
customers were really fantastic as well. They're real great customers to work with as well.
And they love the job as well. The
Yeah,
comments
they're
they've got
really
at the end of it.
Yeah.
Because if you've got any kind of workman, whether you're inside your house or outside your house, and they're there for nearly a month, it gets to a point where it's
Gosh, so
like,
it was a big job then.
it was massive, biggest one we've ever done.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
does.
Biggest one in the whole 10 years we've been doing it.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you should be proud of that. Like in really bad conditions, having
Well,
a
we're
massive
really proud
team
of them.
with you.
It's, it is really hard work. And, I always, in the summer months, I'm sat in the office looking out at the sunshine, really jealous of them being outside. And then in the winter, I'm like, no, I feel really guilty because I'm nice and warm and they're cold out there.
That must be so
I do
hard.
feel for them. It really is a tough job, but they are very good at it. And they've absolutely done a grand job on that.
Yeah, they have. And the feedback
And the other
alone is
fitting
worth it.
teams have been working really hard as well. And it's been constant, hasn't it? We're lucky enough to have work now through into February for all of our fitting teams. So that's good. So, yeah, everyone's been working hard and doing
Well
their
done,
part to make
guys.
it a success. So,
Well,
Yeah.
and they've got their Christmas due tomorrow night.
Ooh,
Yes,
tell us more. Where are you going? What are we doing?
we are going to Bill's,
doing?
in the
Bill's
new,
restaurant,
the
the new-
new restaurant in Milton Keynes.
Oh, I've
Yes,
heard
just
about
opened.
this.
So
Yeah.
we went to test it for lunch.
You have
when
to.
it
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
do it.
Well, it was
Yeah,
half-
you
it was
have
half
to do a
price as well.
recce.
Dry run.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. So we can just say thank you to them all because, as we just said, the weather has been pretty horrendous. I don't think there was anything else that could be thrown at them. They had snow, ice, wind,
rain.
Well,
they work hard all year, but even you think about in the peak of summer, sometimes trying to work in 37, 38 is...
that's
all right, you'd probably choose that's the offset, but it's still horrible. You'd pass out.
I'll be like, I'll be the same.
You'd be on the top of the scaffold.
Yeah, I'll be like, can we now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so December was good. The first ever podcast was good. We're just now need to work on the others.
Okay. Yeah, we can. So we've got more and more coming up in 2025, but 2025 is obviously a year that's different for us, where we're now going to support a charity and yourself. So
thank you so much.
Why don't you tell us all about the Henry Allen Trust?
So my name's Dawn Allen, and I am from a childhood cancer charity called the Henry Allen Trust. I am the co-founder and the director. It sounds really posh, doesn't it?
But
it's really not. Really not. So we support children, teens, young adults and their families battling childhood cancers from birth all the way up to 18, but not had their 19th birthday. And it was my little boy, Henry, who will be forever 4. It was his last wish. Ooh. Yeah. Sorry about that. Christmas, boom. Drop the mic.
Bless you.
Yeah, so literally childhood cancer, it's one of those taboo subjects that you don't really want to think about, and
probably no one really wants to talk or ask questions because they think it's just going to evoke so many sort of bad things. But
absolutely never, and you never really want to think about children getting cancer. And Henry was diagnosed at just 2 years old. So the saddest thing was Mark and I got told that we couldn't have children. So I've had treatment before on my cervix, so we got told we couldn't have children, and then I found out I was 6 and a bit months pregnant.
6 and a bit months?
I was tumbling, cheerleading at the time, and I couldn't quite understand why I felt sick. Yeah, so obviously, 6 and a bit months pregnant. So I was
it's crazy, isn't it?
one of those ladies that didn't know, and I was tiny back then. And
you also told you couldn't have children.
Yeah, we couldn't have children.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was you told that at some point during the 6.5-month pregnancy?
No.
So it was just complete shock. Never thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, never thought it was going to happen. And then our little miracle. And then when Henry was 2, he was diagnosed with a childhood cancer, which is one of the worst stagings, which is stage 4 MICM amplified high risk neuroblastoma. And we went through grueling treatment. But one of the things that was really sad was that no national charity would support us because they said they were too young. He was too young to understand. So that broke us, as you could imagine. Like, Henry was so excited. He was really into Lightning McQueen and Disney cars. And like literally they were like, a very well-known national charity said, no.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
You obviously don't want to name names there.
No, well,
I best not. I'll tell you that one off camera, guys. I'll tell you that one off camera. Yeah, it's definitely a forward conversation with that one. But it was pretty horrific. So we literally, that's when the local community came together in Milton Keynes and helped support us. So they raised 140k for the Henry Allen appeal. Wow. And I know you guys were involved in that, and your daughter was as well, which was amazing. So it was just a horrific experience, but we did have the community behind us to help support us. But we did go through numerous hospital visits, numerous surgeries, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and it was up and down the country. So if you can imagine, for a family that puts a lot of stress and toll financially and staying away, and obviously Mark and I, so lots of families unfortunately have other children to look after, so then that puts a strain.
Yeah, I bet it does.
But back in October 2013, we were given the devastating news that Henry's cancer had progressed and there was nothing more they could do. And so Henry will be forever 4 and forever our superhero, but he had one last wish for us. He made us pinky promise, so the local community gathered round and we had our last Christmas day in October. The snow dome put snow in our back garden. We had horses dressed as donkeys, and they pooped in the garden. And honestly, Henry was like, "Mommy, they've pooped." And I'm like, "You're really worried. All you're worrying about is the poop and how excited that they pooped." But they were dressed as reindeer, and we had a very famous Tex Santa in our garden with Christmas presents. We had the local pub, give us Christmas dinner. So it was real magical. And Henry, we said to Henry, look, all these lovely presents. Oh, I keep whacking that, sorry. Henry was...
You
did
say you're absolutely
I did say, my hands go everywhere and I'm going to wallop or probably fall off the chair. I did get told if I fell off the chair just to keep going.
Yeah.
That was it.
It will make the edit.
It would make the edit. So I'm trying not to fall off the chair right now. But yeah, so literally we said to little man, look at all these lovely prezzies. And he made Mark and I a pinky promise and said... Mummy and Daddy, I won't get to play with them. He said, you give them to my other friends and you help the other children.
Wow.
Oh, gosh.
And that was in the October. And I thought, how can we make a difference? How can we continue Henry's legacy after he gained his angel wings? And we thought about the Henry Allen Trust. So now we're very lucky to be celebrating the same as you guys this year, that we've been a charity for 10 years this year.
Wow.
And our main goal is to support families and to support families as Henry's last wish and make those happen.
At that point you must have been so incredibly proud of him.
So
everything
proud.
you'd said and seen him go through, and then him to
so
say that,
proud.
you must have, wow.
So proud.
Yeah.
There was times in hospital when this particular teenager, she took her wig off. She was so beautiful, and Henry went up to her and said, you look beautiful with or without your hair. And literally he was there with some of the teenage boys and hadn't got out of bed for weeks, and he was like, will you come and play with me? So with their chemo pals, they were like kicking footballs up and down the corridor. So yeah, all the way through, little man's journey was really tough, but I'm so proud that I think if I didn't have Henry's legacy, I don't think I'd be here today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a reason to get up every morning, and I wouldn't have a reason to, catch on. But I so appreciate you guys supporting the Henry Allen Trust. We are a local children's cancer charity, but we make a massive difference. So thank you for believing in Man's Last Wish and helping us make a real difference within our community and surrounding areas. Yeah, it does really, really mean the world. And it's not just monetary value. Sometimes it's just your time. So thank you.
Well, that's
thank you for...
Hopefully in 2025 we'll have more conversations outside of this podcast to sort of talk about what we can do in 2025. Where can we come along and support? What time can we give you?
Absolutely.
Whether they're events and... so I assume you've got events already?
We have, all planned. So we've got lots planned already for 2025, which is awesome. Lots and lots planned. So lots of exciting things that you guys can get involved in and tell everybody and your customers about, and on your podcast, which would be epic.
Well, we've got a new website which has been launched.
Tell us more.
Well, it's... By the time this goes out, everyone hopefully would have seen it, and we'll do launches through it. But the website designers have agreed today we're going to get your logo on there as well, so that they're on the
cry. Thank you. And the same with us. So we have something called Friends of Henry, and we can put your link, so then they link all together. That would be epic, really, really epic.
No, great.
But thank you. Thank you for having me.
Is it top secret what you've got going on for 2025, or are you going to divulge a little bit too much?
We are pleased to announce that our Family Fun Day is back at Campbell Park, which would be awesome. We've also...
That's a summer event, is it?
It is a summer event in August. We're also in talks with Whittlebury Park.
That's where we got married.
Is it? Did you? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
About a number of events.
Oh, brilliant.
But one being, I really wanted to bring back something called H-Fest. Which is a children and family festival.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so we are in talks at the moment about bringing H-Fest back.
Great idea.
With camping.
I was just going to say, was it like
a 2-day festival?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so really excited about that. I'm so excited. Yes, and we're looking at bringing back Henry's World Record Challenge as well, bringing it back to Milton Keynes. So that would be exciting, as well as our fireworks and our black and gold ball.
And that's a massive success, isn't it?
It's huge, absolutely huge, massive
you
success.
guys, I think, are brilliant at advertising and getting out there. Your name is everywhere. It's fantastic. That's really,
Thank you so much.
To be honest, when we actually said after the last podcast, And she said, we need ideas. And I said, well, for 2025, why don't we nominate a charity? And she said, which one? And both of us went, Henry Allen Trust.
Barry even spoke before I did.
Oh, guys, that
It
does.
was always, I think it's just so,
means so
being Bletchley, we're both Bletchley people. So
Growing
it's
up
just,
with your Dawn.
I know, it means so much, the Bletchley guys.
so if you're going to do it local, there couldn't be
definitely.
probably much more local than you guys.
It's been pretty tough, so I don't think we realise how we tried to think about childhood cancer being rare, but they now say that's 1 in 500 children. So that's 1 in every primary school in Milton Keynes. Shocking statistic. We support 4 children in 1 primary school alone in Milton Keynes.
Really?
No way.
Yeah, and in the last 2 weeks, in Milton Keynes and surrounding areas, we've had 7 children diagnosed.
Oh, God.
So that's the sort of shocking statistics that we're dealing with locally and in our surrounding areas. But so thank you for making a difference.
Now, I know when we've spoken before that you not just do all the events and stuff, you go and spend time with the families.
I do,
That
yes.
must, having the tragic situation that you'd been in, to know that you've got somebody there, even if it's just somebody to talk to that's experienced it, those families must just absolutely love you to bits for being there and supporting them. That's just amazing.
Wholeheartedly. You know, when you feel like, I remember not having anybody there for me, and in the middle of the night, I was up supporting 2 families in the night. I remember not having, sorry for the dark circles.
Don't ever apologise.
I remember not having anyone to talk to. So to have that network that we've created with myself and the Team Henry volunteers, it means the absolute world.
I was going to say, I bet that just in itself is
Absolutely.
to have someone there as support, and you firsthand feeling you didn't have it, must be the rewarding part side of it for you, I guess.
It really is, and it just, I know what it feels like. Unfortunately, and although I've been through the journey myself, we all have our own separate journeys, but I can empathise, and I'm compassionate in knowing actually if they want to talk about terminology, actually I know what they're saying, and they don't have to explain it, whereas sometimes to friends and family you have to explain those feelings, and you can just say, actually, yes, I've been there, I may not be feeling exactly how you feel, but I do understand and I do get it. And it's okay to feel how you're feeling.
It must just be an hideous, horrendous roller coaster of emotion throughout that journey that I guess to this day doesn't, it doesn't change.
No.
Does it? It's just actually okay to have somebody that is there that can talk to you and support you through it. So you guys do an amazing job. You should be really, really proud of yourself.
Thank you very
much. I said to you the other day, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Said, I'm feeling really emotional.
I had a really emotional day, didn't I? Really
Been up all
emotional.
night, and I just remember saying to you, look, when I was wrapped up cosy in my bed last night, where were you? So just to remind yourself, you do a fantastic job. You should be so proud of yourselves.
It does mean the world. Thank you so much.
No, that's right.
I
you do an amazing job.
just always feel like I'm a failure. And I know that sounds stupid, but I do, because Henry's not here and I wasn't able to save him. But I know that was the cancer. But as a mum, it just gets you.
It's definitely, you are definitely not a failure. Look how much you've done for so many other people. It's,
Thank
you know, you're an inspiration. You really are. So you should be super proud of yourself.
That means the world. Sorry, my bauble has really got a lot of fluff and it keeps flinging around.
You can take the hats off.
I'm like, oh no, I better not now. No, it's got to stay on.
I can take mine off, can't I?
Mine's got to stay on. That hairdo is not going to survive. Being underneath a hat.
I'm not too sure I'm worried about my hairdo, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, where's it gone?
Yeah, that was magic.
Oh no, my head's so hot.
It's really...
Barry, it's not a Christmas episode without your bar humbug on.
You got to
Come on. Put it
bar
back
humbug. Bar humbug.
So leave it pointed up.
No, you look really stupid.
Flip it over. Love it.
Right, anyway, so Dawn, that was, thank you for sharing
And breathe, guys.
emotional story with us. That is, uncomprehendable for the rest of the world, honestly. It's
Thank you for having me and raising awareness.
We really look forward to working with you, and
excited.
Hopefully coming up with some new fresh ideas and do something.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, freak. We said it so together. Oh gosh, and now I'm nipped.
That's right, don't worry.
Right, Dawn, put
Bits
your hands in.
Bits they can edit out, things like that. So.
Dawn, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Very, very emotional.
No, thank you.
That's it.
Can't be easy to talk that through.
And it can't be easy for you guys listening, and you've customers and viewers as well. So
no, but like I said, the awareness is the important part,
Absolutely.
and if you know, when this podcast does go out, and hopefully it will create that extra awareness.
I always say, creating that awareness, you might save a life of a child or a loved one that you may know by having that awareness. So thank you.
It's important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. So we are now going to move on. We're going to actually ask Dawn to, again, what worked really well on episode 1 of our podcast were the silly questions. I'm not too sure why,
I'm
but
very
we're going to
excited.
ask Dawn if she would kindly ask us. Well, we have had some questions sent in to us, and we'll do the same again for the next podcast. But any questions you have for us, please do send them in to us so we can take the time to answer them.
It doesn't have to be questions or any fun topics or anything people want to know about the challenges of a husband and wife business and things like that. Because you can't just talk about facial and well, if you've got an actual question today that you want to throw at us,
so I was thinking, like, on my way up, I was like, you guys, I look at you guys and you're just an amazing couple. You have an amazing business. And I'm like, how do you do it? How do you work together? Because do you know
got
what?
the right couple.
Sorry,
do you know who you're coming to
yeah,
see?
literally, honestly.
we must be spelling out a load of BS.
Honestly, I definitely think outside looking in, obviously I know you guys as well.
You should be behind the scenes sometimes.
But I'm like, how do you do it? How do you get over that
Good
confrontation? God. You know, like if you have that business decision that one of you says yes, go for it, the other says no.
Well, that
how
regularly
do you,
happens.
how do you do it? Because I know with me and my husband Mark, I think we'd be going at it.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
Oh, we do. Yeah. You won't see it on. You won't see it on a podcast or social media. But trust me, some behind the scenes conversations.
So do you then
be
say
heated.
everything at work? We leave at work and then we go home.
No.
And be,
We should do. You know, and for the benefit of everyone, and you know, no one wants to go home and continue an argument. But we touched on it on the first podcast. It's like sometimes it's so hard, depending on because sometimes work does carry on at home.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
you're still dealing with emails at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I try my best to not read any emails.
Which drives Barry mad because I'll read it and go, oh, have you read that about? He'll go, why did you look at it? Why did you look at it? What have you done that for? Now I'm thinking
and
about
then you're like, oh, what do I do?
Before social media and email came about, didn't matter if you run your own business. If you left the office on a Friday, no one could get hold of you. You didn't have a mobile. You had a landline. You pick up your messages on a Monday. So I'm trying to work around that theory now to try and we spoke about life-work balance in the first episode of how can you really switch off? So I've tried to make a conscious effort of not reading emails, and that's probably where an argument at home will then continue about work.
I'm loving this, guys.
Because Nicky will read an 8 o'clock email.
9 o'clock.
And then I guess it's
10
hard,
o'clock.
isn't it? Not
5 in the morning.
Well, no, I actually I took an email last night at 5 to midnight, which I didn't read until 7:30 this morning. But the customer asked if I could pop along today, which I can't because I'm here.
Of course.
But
I guess you could then miss that. So then do you guys worry that if you don't pick it up and be accessible, not 24/7, but would they go elsewhere? Do you have that in your head?
Yeah, and that's why I do it all the time. You know, part of what Trade Mastermind has been teaching us, so our training and development we're working on, is that you need to be answering those inquiries within a certain amount of time.
Sure.
So I am quite obsessive of challenging myself to make sure that I get back to the customer.
That. Yeah, of course.
No, there is a truth in that, because sometimes you'll ring if a customer messages on a Sunday and you ring on Monday, two people may have already got in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I guess that's hard.
And we have had feedback before where people have said, actually, I've got 2 coming tomorrow. I'll see how they go first, and I might call you back. Sometimes you do.
Missed opportunity.
It's a missed
Then
opportunity.
that's hard, isn't it?
Because
really hard.
Although I might be saying I'm going to try that theory of not trying to answer things on Saturday, Sunday, the modern world we live in isn't like that.
It's hard, isn't it?
People do expect, now there's WhatsApp, now there's text.
And do you
so
find,
many ways of
I don't know about you, but we get it as a charity. If they don't get hold of you on social media, they'll email, they'll call. Do you have like the same person like barraging you? Oh, okay. So it's not just...
No, it's not just you guys.
Okay.
I think it is the way of the world, isn't it? There's so many forms of communication and people contact us via email, call us, WhatsApp us, you know, any way they can if they want to book it.
The problem is we've really put ourselves out there as much as we can on social media now, so you're already on a platform.
Yeah, you've totally upscaled that, guys, and it's really showing. And you should be really proud of the presence that's out there. It really is, impacting.
But to answer your question,
yes,
browse all the time.
I feel normal then. I feel normal. Yeah, I feel normal.
We digressed a bit, but yeah.
Sorry about that. Around the houses. So,
but what you see on isn't fake. So because a lot of people have said, "Oh, the chemistry's great, the banter's great," and we can be like that.
Real life,
you know, that is.
Depends which day of the week it is.
Yeah, Sunday maybe.
Usually a Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesdays always tend to be the bad day of the week for us. Don't know why. Yeah, it has been historically.
Yeah, strange.
You think it'd be a
Mine's
Monday?
Always Monday. Mine's always a Monday.
Yeah,
always.
Friday's the easiest day of the week. Tuesday's the worst. Don't know why.
Yeah,
it's funny, isn't it? I think because you get over the weekend, don't you? And Monday you're like, oh, okay, and then Tuesday you're like, bam, straight into it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that, and then Fridays everyone's a bit more chilled because they thank God it's the weekend kind of attitude,
Friday,
I suppose. But
that Friday feeling.
So maybe we should just work a 4-day week then. That would be great.
well, that's the dream,
so
isn't it?
talking about Friday, which one of you, who takes the longest to get ready for a night out? So obviously you've got your night out coming out.
You actually want an answer to that question?
Yeah, come on, issue in there with your hair.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Well, you say that though, because I razor shave it.
Do you?
Yes, I do, and that actually takes. If you. No, I used to do it quickly, and what did I used to do when I did it quickly? I constantly cut myself. I'd get out, I'd have like bits of tissue over my head. You'd be for a night out, can't wear a white shirt because that's going to run down.
There's been plenty of times he's cut his head, put a white shirt on.
So would you say Barry takes the longest then?
Right, Nicky 100% takes the longest.
I know.
However, right, if you said, right, we've got to be somewhere at 7, that's be there at 7. So that means be ready to get in the taxi to go. So Nicky will look at that and go, right, 7 o'clock, should we get a taxi? We was meant to be there now.
No, we're meant to be there. That actually,
she will have an argument that I was ready for 7.
Yeah.
So be there at 7 and ready for 7, two very different things.
Half an hour earlier because Mark does.
No, I lie to her when the taxi's coming.
Oh, do you?
My friends do that to me.
Is that right? Taxis on all that?
Right, Nicky, we're going out at 7. Actually, we're not meant to be there till 7:30. Mentioning no names, but she does it to me all the time in one of our friendship groups.
Deliberately tells you the wrong time.
Deliberately, accidentally on purpose.
Yeah, she'll do it on purpose because she knows what I'm like. I do have a picture in our bathroom that I laugh to myself. I look at.
Go on, tell us.
I'll be ready in 5 minutes. In brackets, it's a lie.
I love that. I need that in my life. I need that in the
we got our Christmas do at 7 o'clock tomorrow, and another group of friends that wanted to meet up for a Christmas drink, and it's in Stony Stratford. They said we're going to meet about 6 o'clock. We've got to be in Central Milton Keynes for set.
I could do both.
Sure. No. Which one are you like?
That's never going to happen. By the time you get there, it's just never going to happen.
Oh gosh. So you guys finishing early tomorrow?
Hopefully, that's the plan.
I don't need to because I'll take 5 minutes to get ready.
Yeah, right. I love it.
You'll be like,
I feel a bit of tennis going on here, guys. Anyway, let's move on. Oh no, I'm not sure if I should ask this one following that. What is your most irritating habit, Barry?
Oh,
what I think she'd say about me?
Yeah.
I'll probably biting my nails.
Oh, absolutely.
Nicky?
Bites his nails all the time, and it is really gross. I'm going to have to tell him.
Are they bad?
Yeah,
show us.
Yeah,
show the
bad.
camera.
You can't see them. There's hardly any there.
They're gone. They're gone.
That's something I've done.
Do you nibble the skin as well?
If I really
he does.
I think I do.
She's like,
no, it is an annoying habit, but it's.
Go on then. Have I got any?
Go on.
Any?
Nicky hasn't, has she?
No.
Opening
my mouth.
Annoying habits. Nagging, is that a loud one?
Oh.
Or is that not a really?
Don't nag. You just don't listen first time round. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Does anyone have a hearing problem? Just checking. Selective.
No, I can't multitask. So if I'm reading something or whether it's WhatsApp or email or and you're trying to actually ask me something, tell me something, it absolutely does not go into my cannot compute at all. Even my mates notice it. They'll go,
wait,
they'll say Barry, and they'll actually sit there and they'll go, wait until he's finished reading his phone because it's pointless.
Oh no!
Honestly,
because it just doesn't.
Because then I'll go up and go, I'll look up and be. One of you was trying to tell me something, weren't you? Yes. Are you finished? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now
I'm done.
I don't have the patience to wait for it.
And then I bet you're like,
I need an answer now.
I need it now. So
yeah.
what you
Then I don't have the patience, and I'll bite back. Say clearly I'm doing something. You know I can't.
I can't do two things at once. Do you think that's a man thing, or do you think? Yeah. Because my husband's like that too. He's like, I think it's definitely a man thing. I can hear the men out there now going.
Maybe it's more of a selective thing of actually I'm doing something. And theoretically, you are interrupting me, so you're just being rude.
So this leads me into another question that I have.
What is it?
So following on from these, who would be the first to say they're sorry?
It's rare.
Rare? As in none of you?
Neither.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. They tend to just...
That S word's not in the vocabulary then.
It tends to just blow over. I think probably because of this competitive edge at both, we're probably both arguing to say, well, I'm right and you're wrong. No, I'm right and you're wrong.
No, I'm
both
right.
do think we're
Yeah.
right most of the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's like the power struggle, isn't
Yeah.
it? And then
Yeah.
you just meet in the middle somehow.
And there's always a but. Yeah,
Yeah.
but. Yeah, but. Yeah, but.
Do you know what? There's probably
love
not the
that.
word sorry, but there are occasions where you say, look, right, let's just draw a line under it.
Line in the
We've
sand.
actually
You're
got
probably
this.
more likely to do that because
Yeah.
I think I'm right.
Who's the most stubbornest then with that? Would that be
Stubborn
both of you? With that, drawing it in general.
Good one. Oh, I don't know.
I'd say it's a 50-50, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
both quite stubborn as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be
Not the
done
best
right.
trait to have, but hey,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
what
it
it
has
is.
to be done. So randomly, if you wasn't doing what you're doing now and your career, which path do you think you would have chosen, Nicky?
Oh, good, really,
Which
really
one?
good question.
Yeah. Putting it out there.
Really good.
I'm giving you a chance to think now.
Oh, yeah,
Barry.
you go stick with it.
Actually, really don't know. So I worked from, so I had lots of jobs. I liked the idea of earning money from a young age. So I was the Avon lady, got my mum to help me out, did a paper round. I was Thelma working in Woolworths when I was 15.
You was what, sorry?
My name was Thelma. I got a badge and it was Thelma.
So Thelma, who no longer worked in the business, they
Well,
couldn't
they
be
just had
bothered to
name
give you
badge.
Nicky.
They just had name badges.
So she had Thelma.
They gave me Thelma. So then a customer would come in and say, oh, excuse me, Thelma, can you help? And I'm looking at them going, who are you talking to?
Yeah, it's definitely not me.
Yeah, I was standing there staring at them. But yeah, so I liked the idea of earning money from a young age. Worked at John Lewis for 18 and a half years, for a long, long time.
That's loyalty.
So retail was probably the route you're going to go there.
No, I don't know.
What
You was
was your
get-
dream? Any dream
When I was
career?
younger, oh God, ironically not now, but when I was younger, I wanted to be an actress. I really, really wanted to be in EastEnders.
Shock.
And
You.
everyone said,
Who would you play? Which character? Who would you?
Oh, one of the Mitchell sisters, 100%. Absolute. Cat Slater.
Which one would you?
Dawn,
play?
you were my friend till about
I was no.
That's doing Cat Slater with this service.
Play, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Because she's
She would
so
be good
interested. Rather than
Yeah.
you not being like her,
Yeah.
No,
you like playing her.
When her brother did a speech.
That came out all wrong, guys.
No, it's all right. Her brother did a speech at our wedding in lieu of father of the bride sort of thing. And he was brilliant, his speech, wasn't he? But he
Yeah.
said,
Wow.
he actually referred to him and Sam as
Him?
Sorry.
Oh dear,
him.
new career.
You're more like
No, because I'm talking about him.
No.
So he referred to you and your sister as Milton Keynes' answer to the
the
Mitchell
Mitchell
sisters.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
Roxy and Ronnie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That has stuck with us
What
as well,
about-
actually. Everyone thinks it's really funny, and I'm like, no, it's not a joke.
She'll be like, bring it on.
Yeah, but then there's a Phil and Grant thing going on over here.
No.
as well.
We've got our new cast of
Yeah.
EastEnders.
Yeah, we're sorted.
Home fix, eat your heart
Yeah,
out.
there you go. So that's what
Yeah.
I would, well, back in my childhood, that's what I really wanted to do.
But you can still do it now, part time, can you?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be a little extra.
Yeah, be an extra. What about you, Barry?
Well,
What would you?
similar. I was always wanting to. I started working at 15 in Iceland. Used to be B Jams, and then it became
Yeah.
Were you called
B-Jams.
Thelma?
B
too?
Jams.
What's your name?
Louise.
Only at the weekend.
And as soon as I turned 17, I wanted to pass a test, so I had that independence to go out and get a
Wow.
job. So I think I passed my test 2 weeks after my 17th birthday, and I was in a car and. Yeah, I worked at various jobs. I worked at Dolphin Splashdown as a
You
lifeguard,
You were a lifeguard?
and I wasn't even
Lifeguard.
qualified.
Hey?
I wasn't even qualified. I got taken.
Hey?
I got taken. Well, I can take that. It was 1992, so it don't really matter now, and it's been knocked down. It's a Sainsbury's, but I got taken on as a catering assistant.
Wow.
And then they were getting short numbered on lifeguards. They went, "Can you swim?" "Yeah." "Okay, can you get down there, please?"
That's insane. Like,
And I was just
But
kind
you
of.
loved it, though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, because I was
it's
like
like the old
17 years.
Baywatch.
No, we didn't walk around
Baywatch
like.
Mountain King.
We all had shirts on. It wasn't like walking around with like a thing over it, like David
Yeah.
Hasselhoff or anything like
David Hasselhoff.
Oh,
that. You didn't think he was good looking.
Oh, I did.
Oh
I've
my
got a thing
God.
for David.
really?
Yeah, I have. I shouldn't really
I
have
wonder what
said
he looks like
that.
now.
Oh, he doesn't look too bad.
he?
He's had a lot of work done, but he doesn't look too bad.
He's probably about 74 though, isn't he?
Oh, I still would.
I would.
Maybe I shouldn't admit to
No,
that,
I wouldn't.
should I? Yeah, sorry.
That's
you're
all right. No,
correct.
sorry. No, that's funny.
Just
Yeah,
going-
where are you going with that?
Yeah.
So I was, I was never going to be a lifeguard or anything like that. But and it was just a route into sales. So then I was a sales rep for underground power cables, And then I applied to become a Club 1830 rep.
No.
Yes, so in
He lived his dream.
so in 1996, I went on my first lads' holiday, and I loved it so much I didn't want to leave. And I was speaking to the reps out there. No, I came home that time. But then I applied in the winter, had all the interviews throughout the course of the winter, and by April 1997, I was in Ibiza. And then I did three summers there. Did a winter season in Tenerife.
And this is a family show, so we don't need to know anything.
No.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
No. So yeah, and that really sort of that was a hard sale. You know, you're always trying to make people book the trips and things like that.
And I guess all the drinking and your liver, and dancing, and keep it up. That's got to be hard. No, it sounds really bad.
Yeah, maybe I should be a professional wine taster or something like that. Maybe that was my career.
Oh, maybe that was. Oh, no, but you're...
Run a winery.
You know those allergy tests you can do? Barry said he was allergic to wine.
Me too, and Prosecco, and I love them both.
Me too. Wine and chorizo, or paprika were my two things. It's right at the top of the list, and I stopped neither of those. I love chorizo and I love white wine.
I love wine.
And red wine.
Never stop.
I like any wine, to be honest with you.
I don't mind. Prosecco, champers preferably.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a bit of
Oh, no, that's not really.
Yeah.
We're not fussy.
Oh, no, definitely not fussy. So
sales is the
sales
answer.
would be
I would have stuck with sales because before I left FSG and we started and Hovic started, everything was a sales role. So I would have continued in some vein with another company in some sort of sales role. It's pretty much all I knew. I never really left school with any qualifications or anything like that. I wasn't someone who particularly applied myself at school. Didn't really like school. Liked having friends at school, but just didn't really like the whole.
Just not the academic sitting still.
Wasn't my bag. So.
And I think the way of the world's changed now.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't, a lot of young adults and children don't want to sit at a desk and just be shouted at or talked at. I want to be on the job learning. I could never learn like that either.
My son's like that, very much like that.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, and I think it's boring. Like, the topics are so outdated, but we're going off a tangent.
No, we are. No, it's all right.
Totally off
No,
a
it is.
tangent.
That's maybe a topic for another time, but the fact that education in terms of the curriculum isn't that much different to what it was in the 70s and 80s.
And you think, like, when we're talking about trades and stuff, and I know we're going off on a tangent, but could you imagine what the young adults of today could learning a trade?
Oh, absolutely.
From education rather than...
Believe it or not, fascia, soffits, cushion and cladding fitters is really, really, really hard to come by. Most of them train at college doing carpentry. Yes. But there are
and then go into
and then sort of
there are MVQs
because you're working with PVC instead of wood, but you're still cutting, you're still doing angles. So a lot of the fitters we use come from that background, or roofers or that type of work.
Of course.
But no one really leaves school. You get plenty of kids that go, I'm going to be an electrician, or be a plumber, I'm going to be
they don't know
plasterer, painter, decorator.
Exactly.
But no one really sort of says, I'm going to fit fascia, soffits and cladding.
Definitely not, because they don't know. But if they were educated, going off on a tangent.
Off
on a tangent.
Well, talking about trades is still, we are at Trade Mastermind and Trade Podcast.
So what's your favourite memory, guys, of being together and that you have together? What's your favourite memory?
I've got quite a few. I would say most of them. I don't know. I think I've probably got 2 or 3.
Sure.
Obviously, having the children, that's like
just
and the grandson, and the grandson,
absolutely.
and the grandson.
But memories, as in experiences and making memories. Probably our wedding day.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh no, we're going to start a fight.
That was a no.
It makes the top 10, but it's not.
What
the
we
top.
really needed is some snowballs.
You know what?
So
I should have bought you some snowballs. So in the office, there's a story like when Henry was having chemo, was in high dose chemo. It started snowing outside, and obviously he wasn't allowed to go outside. So one of the play specialists went and bought some fake snowballs. So we had a snowball fight.
Brilliant.
So every year we give all the hospitals we support a box of snowballs to play. But we could have had a snowball fight today.
We could have done,
Do you know what?
Easy in hindsight,
I'm going to give you some snowballs for your next podcast.
I think you've probably still got them. You used to use them for Elf on the Shelf. You had some in the loft.
We have actually got something. Yeah, the Elf on the Shelf, that took over quite a lot of my time.
Oh, I love it.
So what you said 3 things anyway. So if one was a wedding day,
not only because that sounds awful. I didn't mean it. Not only because we had surprise singing waiters, and it was it was a really new
They
thing
were
back
good
in
fun.
the day, but it was absolutely brilliant. And the guy had hidden his microphone under my napkin.
No
and
way.
to this day, they had a falling out. He dropped the tray.
He fell
all
over,
of our
didn't he?
friends,
Yeah.
he fell over. All of our friends and family are looking, going, oh, awkward. He comes straight over to me, apologising.
Yeah.
And then he literally took it out and then started singing it. Everyone
Wow,
was just
guys.
in complete
Yeah, he breaks into
I've
I
seen
want to
it.
break free.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
I've seen
Absolutely
it on social
brilliant.
media. And is it as good as
Ah,
Oh,
what?
they're
it's
brilliant.
so funny. Yeah, it's just one of those highlights
Yeah.
of my life that our friends and family were up on the tables and chairs dancing. It was absolutely
Yeah, they did about 4 or 5 songs because you
Did
think it's just
they?
him,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he goes into a duet, and one of the other waiters picks up, and then
Oh,
there's
right,
2
so
of
there
them.
was more than
Yeah, there was
one.
2 of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
The man and a
Oh,
woman.
wow,
They
guys.
did-
And ironically, the only people that knew were me, Barry, and Lauren. And
So
Lauren
no
was,
one else
how old
knew?
was she?
Lauren would have been
God, I can't even.
12,
even imagine
13.
her. Yeah, but she completely forgot about it. So
Oh,
then
did
she's like, yeah, I forgot you told me about that. So,
a lot of our memories have been from holidays.
Yeah.
New York, where I proposed.
and you leant on the table, you got champagne,
Yeah.
and you leant on the table, got down on one knee, and then
As I went
leant
to
on
get
the table
up.
to get back
Yeah.
up, and the whole bottle of champagne.
The whole table came up, the whole champagne.
covered in champagne.
Was it
Oh,
Tavern on the Green in
no.
Central Park? And I said, don't worry, the Americans' customer service is great. They'll give us some more champagne. Did they?
I
Yeah.
bet they didn't. I bet they did. But did you
didn't.
run like Phoebe around
They-
Central Park?
No, I
You-
didn't.
oh, damn, that's all I want
They
to
gave
do.
us a box of matches. I was like, oh.
What do you want us to do?
I
Like
wanted
the
more champagne.
table? Yeah.
There's a reason that place shut down after we.
Yeah,
After
they
I
didn't
proposed.
get any more custom from you guys.
Yeah, New York being that
Yeah.
one.
I love that.
And another one, top 3.
What would be your next one?
He hasn't got
This, the podcast.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. We have had some. Dubai this year when we went up the world's tallest building.
That was
pretty
amazing.
special.
What was the weather
very
like? Was it
special.
nice?
It was nice. Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
24,
Yeah,
25,
really
and
nice.
things like that. But
That
yeah,
was
that's-
really good.
and
I enjoyed that.
Great experience.
yeah,
The view.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and the sunset in
Spectacular.
the desert was also amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
it's lush.
oh god, there's more. I went
do
up to
have
top.
some good
Oh,
memories.
see, you did.
Oh, I skied from the top of Mont Blanc, but you weren't there, so that's a great memory.
Right, we're gonna have a fight, guys. We're gonna have a
Memories about
fight.
us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, they're all just flooding back to me. now.
Fight. No
Fight
fighting.
you, Barry.
Yeah, no fighting. So, who's more likely, guys, to leave Christmas shopping until the very last minute?
Him,
And
100%.
why?
Because he's bar humbug.
Oh, Barry,
Whoa.
oh, humbug. He's like, in my defence.
Yeah, in my
In
defence.
In my
defence.
defence, I'm a bloke.
First.
You ever go up the shopping centre on Christmas Eve? It's full of blokes.
Yes, it is.
And they're
Rushing
all
around.
rushing
Yes.
around, buying
Rushing
whatever's
around.
crap they can, just so
Yeah.
they can wrap it. And
That's how we end up with like irons and
Random.
microwaves,
Yeah.
random
Hint.
stuff.
Here you go.
Yeah, mop.
no, also in fact, now as years have gone on, I don't really have to buy as much. We don't buy as much for each other as
Sure.
we used
No.
to.
Do you buy
The kid-
for each other, or do you do like memory things?
This
like
year
on
we're not.
holiday?
We're putting towards
Yeah.
our next memory making
Oh,
time.
I love that.
Yeah, so no,
Love
but
that.
that's strict. Sometimes we'll say, right, we're not doing presents, right? We're not doing. No, we're not.
And
doing,
then does one
and then
of
all
you-
of a
Really not.
sudden,
Then one of you
you'll get-
like
you'll
come
get there
up
and go,
with something.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, darling. I haven't got anything.
Nikki
for you.
did. Nikki did forget an anniversary once, whilst on the anniversary holiday.
Oh.
Well, I thought that
You
was
thought
our
it was when
present
you got
to each
home,
other.
right?
No, I thought it was our present to each other.
I was like, we're actually away for our anniversary, and you forgot
Me
a card.
beautifully handcraft box with how many months, hours, minutes,
Oh,
seconds we've been
Barry,
together.
that's
Because
so
fifth
romantic.
wedding anniversary is wood, so
Yeah,
this was
it
a
is,
hand.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Nikki.
So it was a
How
keepsake
bad
box.
did you feel?
Yeah, saying we've
I
been
was
together.
like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's go and have a drink.
Let's think about it.
So whilst I might be the last one to shop, I'm probably the most romantic. And thoughtful.
And,
Oh,
would you agree with that?
to be fair, probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
No,
that.
you
I
are.
love
Yeah,
that.
you are better at things like
Yes.
that, and probably more thoughtful. I'm not very good at shopping as such for Christmas presents because I'd like to buy people things that they actually want.
Oh.
But I've got lots of friends,
Yes.
and Barry included, they'll actually buy presents that they've thought about and put time into
Yeah.
and effort into.
And a bit
they're
more
the special ones,
thought-provoking.
aren't they? But
Yeah,
I'm very much that person.
definitely.
Give me a list or you're not getting anything.
If it's not on the list, you're
not getting
no.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't,
No,
and do not
doesn't
deviate from the
exist.
list.
As simple
Does not
as that.
exist, right? It does not exist.
Yeah.
So,
But Nikki likes to be quite organised. I mean, you
Yeah.
started doing. I have bought quite a lot of the bits online this year. So there's bits
I
you said, right, can
basically
you sort out the boys'
But
bits?
for our grandson, done, dusted.
Obviously, don't say the
and
presents.
wrapped it.
Yeah.
Done,
Other
dusted,
presents.
wrapped for him. Yeah, getting there. Yeah.
Oh,
No, there was this massive pile in the living room. I came home the other day. I was like, Jesus, I didn't think you're wrapping Lucas's presents already. She went, they're Cove's. I'm like, what?
Oh dear.
I said he's going to be 11 weeks old by the time Christmas comes around. He goes, what's he going to do?
You'll remember it. It's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
memories. It's your magical
Yeah.
memories. That's what I think.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
So talking about Santa and things, if Santa were hiring, I think I might cause a fight now. Which one of you would get the job as his chief elf?
Oh,
And which, wait for it, who would be on the naughty list? Go.
Definitely the elf sat down there. No offence, Barry, but you know everyone would agree with me.
my friend Lennox always used to say, all right, here comes Santa's little helper.
I love that. I love that.
I think someone's put
So are
that
you
in
going to
for a
dress
laugh.
up as elf this Christmas?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just checking.
There'll probably be a
don't-
time as Cove gets older that I'll end up having to do one year probably dressed up as a Santa
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Or an elf.
Well, we've got
I would do
costumes,
it.
by the way.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah, also we could
have.
borrow them if needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love, so what
Absolutely.
you're saying is because I'm a short person, you've got elf costumes just for me.
I've got it. Yes, it does fit me, and it does fit tall people too. But it looks good on short people. So yes,
Oh,
we
lovely.
do have costumes. So you're more than welcome to come and.
So if I'm elf, you're naughty list, yeah?
Oh,
Depends what mood I'm in.
I was going to say, would it be the naughty?
No, I'm on
Naughty
the
list.
good list, darling. Good list, me.
Yeah.
Is
well,
it? But then do you
That's a bit of a
deviate
lie.
onto the naughty list?
Oh, absolutely, yes. When it's
I love that. I love that. So let's do another argument because I couldn't cope with this. I will be honest. You know, I don't have the patience for this one.
right.
You know, like when you get the Christmas tree down from the loft or from
In the broken
garage,
box that
broken box.
got a lot
You know
of
those
square-
lights that you think I can't be bothered,
Yeah.
and you just whack them in, and you haven't properly wrapped them up.
Yeah,
Who
the previous
untangles
year.
it?
That is a guaranteed home argument year
Definitely,
in,
Barry.
year out.
But who's better? Who would untangle them, or who
Me.
would give up?
I don't have the patience, to be honest. I'm very.
I don't really have the
much
patience
on
either.
don't have the patience.
But the Christmas
you
tree
don't.
lights are the biggest bane. And then, although she won't do it, she'll be very quick to
But
comment
then I
on how they appear.
Because I like you to do the lights. I'll adjust them.
And then
power
please
on them
leave
and
the
then-
tree alone.
Yeah,
and
and
I'll
then
It's like,
exactly.
please build it, please do
Yeah.
the hard work, then I'll just come and rejig it all afterwards.
So you've got the patience then to untangle.
No, not really, because
Only
then
for the Christmas lights.
Only the light.
because when the patients wear things, when little comments start coming from behind, and Nicky's
know
off
what you
doing
think.
other little jobs.
No.
Are you
idea.
one of these that
I'm
goes right a
finger
bit,
pointer.
left a
Yeah,
bit, or
yeah,
that's not
absolutely.
right, it needs to go down
Yeah.
to the next level?
Definitely.
Oh.
I think
yes.
this year it worked better because I think you was feeling a bit delicate.
I was, yes. We
And
had our
so we
friend's
kind of-
Christmas party.
I love it.
Yeah.
And because obviously Lucas is nearly 15
Yeah.
now, Lauren lives on her own, she's 26, and
Hmm.
we haven't got that whole Christmassy thing in terms of the Litlands wanting to all
Yeah,
join in.
of course.
Lucas went upstairs and played on his Xbox.
Oh, not involved.
He was kind of
You
like,
can do it.
right,
Dad.
Mum and Dad are going to argue, boom, up
Yeah,
we go.
I'm getting out of the way.
To be
I'll
fair,
come down
every
when it's
year there
done.
is normally a family argument. One of us, whether it's the kids or one of us,
And then you've
storms out
got
the
it.
room and then
Yeah.
right, I'm not doing this anymore. That's
Oh,
it.
I love it.
This year was probably the least arguing.
And do you
Yeah,
have like a
so let's do
Baileys
it.
while you're doing
Yes.
that as well? Put the
Absolutely.
Christmas carols
Hot
on.
Actually, you
Yeah,
went out
maybe.
to you actually went to the shop, didn't you? Said, "Oh no, we can't do this. I haven't got."
Can't
So
do
shot
that.
down to the little
Oh, I
Asda
love
Express
it.
and got a bottle
Have
of
to have a
Baileys.
bottle of
Yeah,
Baileys,
oh,
don't you?
has to be done.
But then the worst
We didn't
thing
have the
is-
bottle. Let me just
Oh.
clarify. We didn't have the whole bottle. We
Just
had a
couple.
Baileys.
That's where we went wrong.
Yeah. Damn, that's why. That's definitely why. Over the Christmas period, you know, when you're having Christmas dinner, who would get out their phone and quickly sneak and check on the work emails?
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
I have
have to
no
say, I
no
would.
plan or interest to
No.
look at emails
No,
during the
Barry would
festive
switch
break.
off,
Well,
but
it's
I
actually
Would
the
you
first.
check? Would you
It's the only
check?
I have
time
to
of
do
year,
that.
effectively, we are closed as a business. None of the fitters are working. All our merchants are shut. We expect we'll get inquiries, and that's where
Sure.
Nicky will be in that mindset of, well, I don't want to lose the inquiry.
Do you then
Never
fill
ever
them
had
out?
anybody inquire on Christmas Day, but we've definitely had more than one inquiry on Boxing Day.
Really?
But
Do
I
you
am
think
actually
everyone's...
quite shocked. But I think on Christmas Day, everyone's like, right, chill, enjoy.
Family
Next day,
time.
right, my to-do list back on.
Yeah, and
And
I
I've
need to
been
do X,
shocked,
Y, and Z.
Yeah, and I've been,
I can't
but then I
believe
reply
that.
to them as well. So it's I've
But then
only got
that
myself to
proves
blame.
how your work ethic is, guys. And I guess, like we touched on briefly, about being in the trade industry
Yeah.
and not losing that customer.
Well, no, that's
Absolutely,
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the
That's
mindset
hard, isn't
that is even though I want to switch off from it, it is actually the correct mindset in terms of how the modern world works and
I think
what
that's
people's
where your
expectations are.
balance works,
Well,
doesn't it,
I guess
guys?
that is.
And that's where
There have
Yeah.
been plenty of times we've been out and I'm on my phone and he's like, what are you doing? You're not doing work, are you? And I'm like, no, we kind of have to.
Yes.
So, got
Ish.
an inquiry.
But Lucas
Yeah.
notices it as well, though. He always says, "Oh, get off your phones. You're doing work again."
Yeah,
So.
bless him.
Yeah.
It's just getting that balance right.
It is.
But
Which
yes,
you're
I
working
would
on.
at Christmas dinner. I would be sat
So
there at
it'd be
Christmas
you.
dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
So Christmas dinner, bar the phone.
I don't think it will
Have
happen.
you seen what
but-
they've done in other restaurants where they've got the box?
The little boxes.
Where you
and
put
everyone
all
has
your
to put their
phones in the
phone
box
on.
and you lock them and you
So
put
that
the
no
box
one-
away
okay.
that no one can touch their phone.
And then all the teenagers
And
want the
he
box.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, where's that
But
box
to be
from?
fair, wherever you go, with whoever, there is always some person at the table on their phone.
Always.
And there's a lot of people just sat there constantly like this, staring at their phone. And you think, you all actually out together?
Yeah, especially when you
There
go
is.
out
That
to
is a common
restaurants
view now,
It
though,
is,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with like dinner's just over and people are scooting off to the toilet, and then everyone's kind of
Right,
right.
next
Yeah.
time, even if you go to a restaurant, have a look
Let's have a
around you,
look.
have a thought about it. You will definitely see at least two people at any one table on their phone.
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. The way the world
It
is.
is indeed. Oh, we're sounding old.
I don't know. So
You are
talking about
sounding
the holidays,
Yes.
What's more stressful, guys? Holiday shopping or, wait for it, end of year business deadlines? And who, out of you guys, handles the stress
When you
better?
say holiday shopping, you mean holiday shopping for Christmas
For
presents?
Christmas.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Oh, that's a.
Oh,
to be
handles
fair,
the
we
stress
are
better.
super lucky. Our accountants are pretty fantastic.
Brilliant.
So they work with us really closely to make sure that we're pretty much up to speed by the end of the financial year.
Brilliant.
And we do meet with them hopefully around once a month. So in theory, there's not really any huge shocks.
Yeah. And no,
If we
like,
left it
end
into
of
the
year.
last year,
Sure.
yeah, at the end of the year, yeah, it'd be a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, I think it depends if we were Christmas shopping together or alone.
Or would that be stressful,
Even
guys?
any kind of shopping. We all have our way of shopping,
Yeah,
don't
we do.
So even if I'm doing a
Yeah.
food shopping, I'd see it as a trolley dash and I'll do it as quickly as I humanly possibly can. And Barry will be stood there checking dates and stuff. Doing
Oh, I
this,
love
and I'm
it.
like, seriously, what are you doing? Come on, I've got to get this done in half an hour.
Mine's the end of the
Oh, trust
checkout.
me, she'll buy 4 days worth of dinner, and they've all got to be at that day.
Oh, God.
I think you didn't look at any of these. Did
Yeah,
you?
that, yeah.
Always go to the
Yeah,
bottom.
it's- or
or
the
go
back. At the back.
That is
Mine's like the end of the checkout. Do you have an argument there? Because I do. I have a certain way of packing.
Yes,
all the fridge
definitely.
stuff together, all the cleaning stuff
Yeah.
together. That's where
Nikki's
I
a
get
scan
bit
and
of
shop.
stress.
Oh, yeah, I do it as I go along, but
Yeah.
everything has its own place.
Yeah.
I don't mind
I've started
doing
doing
it.
that now, though.
Yeah.
So much easier.
I always
it
forget
is.
the bloody bag, though.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that's what I was going to say.
I must have about 14 bags in my boot, and I go, no,
You've got more,
there's another
literally
30p.
more
Yeah.
bags.
I was gonna say.
I could sell them.
You'd be like, damn this, damn it. Oh, that's funny. So I'm glad, guys. You don't sound very stressful around this sort of time of year at all, which is good.
It's just one of those, isn't it? You have
Yeah.
to appreciate
Play.
it and just, yes.
Yeah.
just
The
enjoy
strange
it.
thing is it has had its stresses, and I think it's just with it being cold, with it being dark, and it just has that miserable feeling, and not everyone's as upbeat and as positive as perhaps you would want to be in the summer.
Yeah,
But,
and it's trying to keep that momentum going, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we get to, and our biggest stress is now, leading up to Christmas, is that every job that we've got booked in, which we've said to our customers, right, you're booked in on this
Yeah.
date, is actually making
You
that
sure they're
happen.
finished?
And thinking
Of
about
course,
things
and the
like
deadlines.
You don't even want to leave
Scaffolding
scaffold
gets
up
down
over the
on
house.
time. Yeah, what we
Course.
don't want to do is start a job, the weather comes in, we can't finish it, and then they've got scaffolding up over the Christmas break. That is kind of...
Most people don't want that.
And you don't
Yeah.
think about
Well,
that.
it's a
side of
security
things.
aspect as well, because
Yeah.
it's entry to sort of upper
course.
levels of your windows and things like that. So
So I guess it's making sure that you can get that down.
Yeah.
get the
Get
time
it-
in. We don't
get-
put any big jobs in the final week. They're all
Wow.
little one-day jobs and things like that, so that worst case scenario.
So a lot to
and we're not starting
organise.
anything after the 20th.
Yeah.
They're there as buffer days if we have to finish
Yeah.
stuff off on the
And the
23rd.
one thing I can never do throughout the year, because this is the British weather, but I honestly say to our customer all the time, I really wish I could control the weather. Because
Absolutely.
it changes,
Yeah.
you know, so much. Look,
And it's
who
so
knew?
unpredictable, isn't it?
We
So
wake up to that
unpredictable.
snow twice
Well,
in a
we
week.
weren't supposed to
What was
get
that
it, was
about?
it?
I know.
Wasn't
Wasn't even meant to hit
get
Milton
it.
Keynes.
No,
No.
Yeah.
and because we're in that dippy thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
The dippy
The
thing.
dip.
So technical. So technical. We never normally get snow, do we?
No,
at all?
no.
No,
it's
we don't
really
normally
strange.
get, because we're kind of pretty much central of the country. We're not up, like in the northern parts, like Scotland, that get real extreme weather. But this year, I think the weather's changing for everyone around the UK.
I think
at
you're
the moment.
right.
Yeah.
And I guess as a company and as a trade, then you try and obviously juggle
We have to
that
try
and
and
work around
juggle it
it.
all the time, try and
Yeah.
balance it. It's,
Well
it's
done,
fun and
guys.
games.
You're doing a grand job.
Final bit of festive cheer. We're all going to pull a cracker and read a cheesy joke then.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Countdown.
Ready?
3,
2,
1.
go.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
Oh, I didn't realise there was
I
dangerous
mean, what
things.
seriously useless gift
What
is that?
is that?
Right, Dawn, me and you do one as well.
Right, okay, ready?
Ready?
Oh. Oh,
You better have that one. No,
they're
you've
a
got
bit
something to
violent, aren't they?
do. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Right,
think I've
opener.
got anything. Oh, here you go. That could go with your bit.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, I don't think I've got a...
Where's the jokes?
I don't think
The joke is on us. There is no joke.
I've got a silly joke.
No
It
joke.
should be the biggest bit
Oh,
in there.
hold on. No.
Okay, I'll start then.
Oh,
I
yes,
have,
I have.
What happened when Santa went speed dating?
Don't know. What did happen when
Santa
Santa
went
went speed dating?
He pulled a cracker.
Ooh.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Oh, here we go. What music do the elves like on the radio in Santa's?
Elvis. What? In Santa's what?
Whatever it is.
Is it something about Santa's sack?
What is this going?
What music do the elves like on the radio in Santa's workshop?
I have no idea. What music does the Santa...
Rap music.
Oh, God. That is
My
really
God.
terrible.
Don't like it, though.
Sorry,
That's really tickled you.
That's really stupid. I like silly things.
I can't actually read mine 'cause I haven't got my glasses on. But how does Santa make a note of all the fireplaces he's visited?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know, Barry?
Come on then, guess.
I don't.
Oh,
We thought you did.
yeah.
No.
I thought it was like,
No, it's not.
I'm going to tell you.
he keeps a log book.
Oh, my God.
Yay.
Ba-dum.
That is terrible.
Right, so got a really useful...
Yeah. Oh,
Gift
no,
here,
I
so-
have, but I don't need
A bottle opener.
That doesn't open.
Well, actually, you could literally. How
You're always
about-
guaranteed to get a screwdriver set in one of these, isn't you?
Oh, do you know what? My screwdriver set I take everywhere with me for my glasses. There you go, my darling. Now it's useful.
Aw.
You're going to have a bottle opener on your key ring.
Have it with me wherever I
You're
go.
like ka-ching. And whenever you get bored, you can make your puzzle. Magic trick. A magic trick.
There you go, brilliant.
Done.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, I think we've pretty much covered all topics that we were
I
going to
think-
cover today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening. For those that then end up tuning in and watching, hope you all have a lovely Merry Christmas and a Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. I've just got one thing I want to do. Hold on, doesn't get one. This is for you and your team.
Oh,
and
thank
with that, we're going
you.
to donate
Oh.
£100 for the charity for Christmas.
Oh my God.
This is the start of
Thank
of
you
our
so
working
much.
relationship with you. So
Could,
yes,
could we possibly, so on Christmas Day, when the children wake up in Milton Keynes Hospital, they have a stocking
Oh, right.
and they have a selection box. Now, would it be possible if I put that money towards the stockings and the selection boxes,
Absolutely.
please?
You put it to
And
whatever
and then
you see.
we can say
Yeah,
whatever you
Home
feel
Fix
is
have
the best.
helped
Yeah,
do that. Would that be
100%.
possible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you
I appreciate that.
And
Straight
thank
away.
you so much. The
They're
team
for you
love
guys,
them. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for having me and thank
Thank
you
you.
for supporting us. And as Henry would say, let's do this.
Perfect.
Let's do this.
Yes.
So once again, thanks guys. We've been Home Fix and Dawn from the Henry Allen Trust. Have a
Thank
great
you.
2025.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.